What is up, guys? It is Will Sports, and today I'm going to be talking about the blockbuster trade that happened in the NBA at about 2 a.m. last night. It was a shock to everyone to see it happen at 2 a.m. James Harden was traded to the Clippers, and the Sixers got back Robert Covington, Marcus Morris, Nicholas Batum, and a few picks. So it was a trade that we all knew Harden, had been floated to the Clippers for a while, pretty much all summer, ever since he got into that argument with Daryl Morey publicly. We knew that the Clippers were the top destination that he wanted to go to, and that was a team that was potentially interested in him. I didn't think the Clippers were actually going to make the move, though, because I'm a Russ fan. I watch every Clippers game. I root for Russ. I want to see Russ succeed. And I didn't think there was necessarily a need to go get Harden. Yes, he's a great player, and considering what we gave up, it's not a bad acquisition. We didn't give up anything that important. We still kept Norman Powell, we still kept Terrence Mann, we still kept Bones Highland, we still kept Mason Plumlee. We still have a very solid bench, and we got PJ Tucker. So we have a solid 5-man rotation off our bench. I just think that you bring a guy like James Harden in, how does that affect the chemistry of this team? Russ was really starting to feel comfortable in this team, in this system. He was really starting to adjust and play well with Kawhi and PG and what they wanted to do. They had a good synergy on the court. The vibes were really good. And now you throw James Harden into this, and now it's a whole readjustment period again for Russ. Kawhi and PG, I don't think are going to have to adjust all that much because they're still going to get their shots. They're still going to score their points. But I think the Harden-Russ thing is going to be somewhat of an issue to figure out. I know they've played with each other before. In Houston, they were very successful. In OKC, they went to a finals together. No one's saying they can't play together, but someone's going to have to sacrifice. And I feel like Russ is going to be the one that ends up having to sacrifice. And Russ is going to be the one that has his production cut even more, his role cut even more, his minutes cut even more. And that's asking a lot out of him because he already took less money just to stay with the Clippers because he felt like this is a place that wanted him. This is a place that valued him. And he wanted to be somewhere where he was wanted and somewhere where he could play with people that he likes playing with and be in a city that he likes, his hometown in LA. And he took less money to stay there when I'm sure there were other options for him out in the free agent market. Maybe not, all 30 teams lining up. I have to believe that there was someone that was willing to offer him more money after the playoff run he had last year. And he decides to stay here. And no complaints, happy. Came into training camp happy. Loved everything. And during the season so far, he's been great. His numbers don't pop out at you, but it is a 3-game sample size, and he had one game in there where he had really bad numbers just because he didn't shoot the ball much and his teammates weren't making shots. But he's been great so far this year, and he's efficient. He's playing efficient basketball. He's speeding up the pace. Now you bring Harden in. How does that affect the pace of this team? This is a team that wanted to get out and run because they felt like they needed that because Kawhi and PG don't necessarily do that. You have Harden who's going to score, who's going to play make. He's going to give you a lot of production in terms of the numbers. But I just feel like all it does is mess with Russ. And I think that's where the chemistry and the egos and the volatility could start to show. And I hope not. I really hope that this works out. And I really hope Russ could still be very effective for this team. But what makes me nervous is that Russ is going to have to sacrifice even more, and it's going to hurt him as a result. He had to sacrifice when he came here. I mean, you're a third option behind Kawhi and PG. Now, they were letting him be the primary ball handler, but you're still a third option, and there's still plays where he's not running the offense. There's still plays where Kawhi and PG are going to have the ball more than him, and he has to sacrifice. Now you add Harden to that, and it's just more of a sacrifice. And I don't know if I like that. Now, this team, we gave up a lot of wings in that trade. Now, we still have Kawhi and PG, and we still have Terrence Mann. So at the wing position, we have about 3 guys that are really good wings. PJ Tucker, too. So I guess our wing position isn't terrible, but PJ Tucker's pretty old now. Kawhi and PG have to score so much. I don't think they can be defensively the same players, or they're our top two options. Now, I guess that's why James Harden could help. You know, he takes a lot of pressure off of you offensively. So those guys maybe could lock in a little bit more defensively. But we struggled with rebounding the ball, and we don't have a great interior presence. We don't have a rim protector. That's been the Clippers' issue. Zubac is okay, but he's not really a rim protector. He's not great at protecting rim. A lot of bigs have success against us, and I thought that was more of a need for this Clippers team, but they felt Harden was the need. But I'm excited to watch, the first few games, because this is a team on paper. It looks amazing. Russ, Harden, Kawhi, PG. If you would have told somebody back in, 2015 that this would be a team down the road, they'd be like, "You're crazy. There's no way." This is a team that you have 4 Hall of Famers and 4 perennial All-Star level players. It's an amazing squad that we're gonna be able to watch, and the Clippers are gonna be fun. But as a Russ fan, I'm very concerned about the fit. I know Kawhi and PG are gonna get theirs. Harden likes to dominate the ball. He likes to play a lot of ISO, a lot of pick and roll, and likes to slow the game down. And you just have contrasting styles now with him and Russ running your point. If they stagger the minutes, it could still work. It gives you a lot of lineups to run with. I hope Ty Lue staggers their minutes as much as possible. I am concerned if Russ is going to be able to close games, because I don't want to see him on the bench at the end of games. I don't want to see him on the bench at the beginning of games. But I just have a feeling that's what's going to happen. And it really sucks as a Russ fan, because I wanted to see him be a big part of this team, and I don't want him to be some player they just throw to the side now after everything he did for them in the playoffs last year. This is a guy that averaged 23 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists in the playoffs last year. He played great, and he showed he's still capable of doing those type of things. This is a guy that can still be a triple-double threat every night. He's just not really going out there focusing on it, but he can go get triple-doubles every night. He's trying to win. He's trying to focus on making impact plays, and he's not washed or anything. And I hate when people say that. He is still a great player, and he's just having to sacrifice a lot, and will have to sacrifice even more now. But Ty Lue has a tough job ahead of him trying to make this work. But there's so much talent here that maybe he can. So I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about the Clippers. This is just a short, brief reaction to it. Do y'all like this move? Do y'all think the Clippers will be a title contender? Will they win the title? Or do y'all think it's just a bad move that isn't going to work? I lean on the side of it's not going to work. We're still not better than Denver at the end of the day. But we'll see. How do y'all feel? Let me know down below. And yeah, it's been Will Sports. Peace.